Hey, good evening, y'all. It's the coldest of them all, aka Mike Ice. Y'all tuned in on your dial. Welcome to another episode of the Litjuicecitychannel, also known as the Keeping Your Eyes and Ears segment. Open once again. I want to give a shout out to my other co-host who's not with us right now, Bobby Bando. More than likely, he's probably getting coverage on the Taste of Cincinnati right now as we speak. I see you, my boy. But the show continues, and we're going to keep rolling. So, anywho, before I get into the topics and subject matter at hand, I do want to give a special shout out to Ashlyn Evans and the folks over at Penn's Mechanical Company, which is on 1124 Main Street, downtown Cincinnati. They blessed me with this t-shirt and a couple of these pins where my guy Robert is zooming in on. That's pretty dope. They got 3 levels of fun and entertainment. Matter of fact, I'll just give you guys a nice little preview on what you can expect by making your arrival there.
Penn's Mechanical Co. Cincinnati, Ohio.
Forgetting this not like video. It's some right here.
Like I said, to me, it's one of the best kept secrets within a tri-state area. So if you guys in town or if you're out and about and you downtown, if you're in the Main Street area, go check out Mechanical. Go check out the Mechanical Co. Now, let's get to the subject at hand. We got a flag on the play. Penalty. And the penalty of the week goes to NBA Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen. Rob, roll the footage.
LeBron will be the greatest statistical guy to ever play the game of basketball. And there's no comparison to him. None. So, does that make him the greatest player to ever play the game? I'll leave that out for debating because I don't believe that there's a great player because our game is a team game and one player can't do it. Like, I seen Michael Jordan play before I came to play with the Bulls. You guys seen him play. He was a horrible player. He was horrible to play with. He was all one-on-one. He's shooting bad shots. And all of a sudden, we become a team and we start winning. Everybody forgot who he was.
Okay, Mr. Pippen. I understand your heart's in a twist right now and you heavily into your emotions and your feelings, especially over the episode with your ex-wife Arsa being engaged to MJ's son Marcus. I get it, but you're confusing actual truth with emotions. So I'm gonna try to break this down from a real perspective and a clear point of view, man. Listen, I understand and I completely get that, but everybody all across the globe has seen what MJ has accomplished. You can't take that away from him. Now, if you want to go at him on a moral perspective and a standpoint, I get that. Matter of fact, I think he's in the wrong morally and prospectively. But what's wrong, and what I'm going to call you out upon is, the dude has literally accomplished a hell of a lot more. Prior to you even coming to the Bulls, and while you were playing with them alongside with the Bulls throughout your 6 championships. Now, given the fact that you were the X factor alongside of them, but you still can't take away the fact the dude was just ultimately clutched down the stretch, time in and time out. Now, you can compare and contrast the actual footage and the tapes with LeBron and MJ. Like I said, I'm not even the biggest MJ fan, but I will give that man the benefit of the doubt, and I will give him his due. When it came down to it, he delivered every time. So with that being said, dude, you get your penalty is you're the dickhead of the week for just throwing unnecessary shade at that dude, at your teammate, man. And like I said, whatever your moral perspective is, I could get that. But trying to throw shade at the man for his accomplishments, nah. You're super out of pocket for that one, my man. Alright, this is the coldest of them all, aka Mike Shaw. Tune back in on your dial. And in this segment, the Bengals have a tradition that they do always at the beginning of the year at Paycor Stadium called the Ring of Honor segment. So we're going to go over, I'm going to give you the list of the candidates that's liable for the Ring of Honor. And starting the list off is wide receiver Chad Johnson, a.k.a. Ocho Cinco, quarterback Boomer Esiason, wide receiver Chris Collinsworth, former kicker Jim Breach, former running back Corey Dillon, former running back James Brooks, former safety David Fulcher, former guard Max Montoya, defensive tackle Tim Crumry, offensive line Dave Lapham, and tight end Bob Trumpy, linebacker Reggie Williams, and former cornerback Lamar Parrish. Automatically, if you know me and you know my personality, I'm kind of a loud personality, so automatically who's getting my vote for Ring of Honor is Chad Ochocinco off the top. But the rest of these candidates, though, not saying that they actually are pretty good characters. If you really tap in and do your research on every last one of them, they were very, very productive during their time with the Bengals. But with that being said, just check it out. And exactly when is the Ring of Honor going to occur? I don't know. I think it's like right at the beginning of one of the two. I think it's either the second or third home game of the year. I'll have to look into that, or pretty much, or you can just you can do your research yourself. But yeah, like I said, Ring of Honor, Ocho Cinco, you got my vote, my boy. Hey y'all, it's the coldest of them all, aka Mike Shaw, tuned in on your dial. And in this session, we gonna first and foremost is forever legacy to a Cincinnati legend, former mayor, news anchor, and we can't say trend-setting multimedia personality, talk show host Jerry Springer. With that being said, I'm gonna get into a topic in a conversation that it was actually a very interesting clip that he left some real estate to some unalienated kids that he hid from the world that he never really knew about. So I'm gonna push that clip. Well, I'm gonna have my boy Rob push that clip up. We're gonna look into details of that. Then we're gonna discuss, was Jerry Springer? What do you consider Jerry Springer? Was he an actual trendsetter? Was he a culture vulture? Like in pretty much in your perspective, what was it? I'll give you my perspective. But first and foremost, roll that clip, Rob.
Okay, it's recording.
Goodness, I got nervous all of a sudden.
I can stop it.
No, keep rolling. I can't be more nervous than my girls will be when they watch this, so... Well, girls, I thought I'd know what to say by now, but the truth is, I don't. If I know anything, I know you two've been fighting, probably moments before you hit play, but seriously, girls, if you're watching this, then I know that I've been the cause of more than a few fights recently. Megan, look at me, sweetie. Jordan, Megan, I know I wasn't the best father, not even the best example of a man for the two of you, and there's nothing I can do now to change that. I know that. But I do want to try to make right what I can. John and Misha, I know you don't know me, but I hope by the end of this, you'll know why I did what I did and why I've done what I've done. Where do I even begin? Well, first off, I know you've been wondering why your mother has been left out of all this. The reality is, this is what she wanted. And I don't know what all she shared with you, but I hope you're open to hearing me and believing me when I say she chose this. Well, really, I put her in an awful position, and then she did the same to me. Shortly after you were born, Jordan, I met and fell in love with another woman. And I had a child with her a year later. This was obviously very painful for your mother. It was painful for me. I found myself feeling things I'd never felt for someone I would have never imagined. It was confusing and complicated. And I shared all this with your mother. She tried forgiving me, but she just couldn't do it. More than forgiving me, Joan couldn't bear the shame of divorce or outside children. So she forbade me from seeing that woman and our child again. And I did what she told me for as long as I could. But no matter how hard I tried, I could not stay away from Melinda. John, Misha, I am so... There's nothing... I loved your... John, Misha, I did a terrible, terrible thing. For terrible reasons. I let fear and ignorance and quite honestly hatred keep me away from you and your beautiful, beautiful mother. And I've spent the last 26 years in complete and crippling shame. And it is still a drop in the bucket of the immeasurable amount of pain I have caused each of you. My wife learned of your arrival, Misha, and demanded that I cut you off completely. I tried to reason with her, but she threatened to expose my infidelity and my illegitimate children. And I was such a coward. I'm a coward even now for making this video instead of making the effort to meet you. I am ashamed and disappointed with myself. I didn't know how to stand to my truth and stand up to my wife. I did, however, manage to stand up for you, John and Misha. While Joan kept me away from you with the threat of exposure, she did not keep me from providing for you. You see, I told her that if I had to accept a life without you, she would not get a red cent of my fortune, and that you would be named equally in my will in the event of my passing. But with everything going on in the world right now, I realize that I have to go a step further. Jordan, Megan, I leave our home here in New Orleans to you to do with whatever you want. The rest of my estate, my properties in Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, my bank accounts, investment portfolios, all liquid and intangible assets, everything, all of it will go to my children, John and Misha. Girls, all your life I've been telling you to make your millions, and I hope you have. If not, you can always sell the house and split the profit. But my entire estate belongs to John and Misha, and it is up to them to do with it what they will. It is truly the least I can do, as I and this country have failed you. And hopefully one day, America will do what's right as well.
So, Mr. Springer got caught with his hands dipping in the chocolate chip cookie jar. And then his wife forbidden him to take any type of parental figureship in neither one of their lives. Not shocking at all. Not shocking at all. But, hey, with the man being gone and all, I can say at least he left his estate to him. Meanwhile, with the other kids, hell, he's been a father figure to the remaining 3 of his original children. So, is it fair? No, but to me, I can at least give that man a round of applause for at least giving them something at least giving them some type of head start, especially with them being, them being African American and all. So, but we're going to go into this other topic, though. The other question is, with that being said, how do y'all look at Jerry Springer? Was he an iconic trendsetter? Was he a culture vulture? Was he the ultimate? Was he one of the most ultimate capitalizers of black culture? Because let's be real here. The biggest demographic of his fans and his fan base were African Americans. Let's be real honest here. From a realistic perspective, if you look at his shows and everything like that. Me personally, I look at it as he wasn't much of a culture vulture. He was more so of a opportunist. And there's a difference. If you have an opportunity your way and you capitalize on it, that's what you do. Culture vulture actually goes overboard, and they go out of their way to actually, do what they can to actually shit on black culture and all that. I've kept a real close eye on Mr. Springer, and really, I can't really say he completely took a shit on black culture like that. But yeah, with that being said, how do y'all look at him? Was he the actual trendsetter? Was he the actual guy that put, the actual controversy on the forefront of multimedia? Or was he the guy that actually, or do you look at Mr. Springer as the guy that actually exploited black culture to the forefront and to this thing that's actually getting out of control? I'll leave that up to y'all though, but like I said, with that being said, Mr. Springer, man, I ain't mad at you, man. You did the right thing prior to your passing. So with that being said, have a legacy, player. Hey, man, it's the coldest of them all, a.k.a. Mike I Shot tuned in on your dial. Before I get up out of here, I do want to double back on a conversation that me and Bando had last week. I will give a big time shout out and a forever legacy to the team that I do love to hate. Them damn Beantown Boston Celtics. Those guys fought tooth and nail, and they drug it out to a Game 7, which is tonight. So, man, it's feeling like the curse of the Bambino again, man. It's giving me that Boston Red Sox rally cry again, man. Hate them with all my might, but I have to give those guys credit. They got hearts of lion, hearts of animals to pull out their instinct, and they crossed every corner, they threw every kitchen sink, everything and then some, and now they are here. Game 7. It's going to be pretty eventful. It's going to be real interesting to see, are they going to climb back from the depths of hell, the 3-0 hole, to actually take that, or is Miami literally going to put the fire out of the Celtics? We going to see. And we going to speak on that, me and my partner Bando, next week.
Well, I would have never thunk it with Boston. Never thunk it with Boston. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm a Boston fan. I can't believe what I'm seeing happening, man. And nobody thought Miami would do what they did. Everybody counted Miami out as they had this specific style of play. They're not going to last. They're not going to make it. But lo and behold, guess what?
So with that being said, I am the coldest of them all, aka Mike I Shot something on your dial. And like I said, keep your eyes and your ears open and take notes, because you don't know when the game of life will test you, but it will. Holla.